Timothy 3. 2 Timothy 3:1. That's 2 Timothy 3:1-2. Oh, here we go. But mark this, there will be terrible times in the last days. People will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, proud, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, without love, unforgiving, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, not lovers of the good, treacherous, rash, conceited, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having a form of godliness but denying its power, have nothing to do with them. Now, a lot. When we look at this, but mark this. So this was a sign, this was a warning signal. Folks, here's your sign. 2 Timothy 3:1. People will be lovers of themselves. Now, what's interesting in this is that people will be lovers of themselves, but that they don't actually love themselves. So God's word tells us that we need to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. But yet when we look at this, people are lovers of self, but they don't love themselves. Because if people really love themselves, would they be boastful, proud, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, without love? See, you can't love others when you are without love. Treacherous, rash, conceited, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God. And we can see where we're at today with everything that we're seeking. We just need a nip, tuck, a little suck, and we're good to go, right? Go move this back here. Now we got big lips and tiny tushies, and now we're good to go. Now I'm lovable, right? Because I've got this, and so therefore you should love me. And because I have this, I should love myself, but I don't. How do we get there? What is the solution? Well, the solution is more of Jesus and less of us. The solution is more of the Word and less of the world. Remove the spirit of the world. Don't be conformed to the world. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Let go of what's keeping you from loving yourself. And one of the best things that you can do for yourself, that's probably the most challenging, that I've done on occasion when I needed a refresher or reminder, sometimes I felt like I was in remedial school, was that I had to sit in front of a mirror with no clothes on, just me and the Lord, and look at myself. And then I had to write down the things that I saw. And in that, it was very hard. But you see, here's the thing, was that if we're to love our neighbors as ourselves, but yet all we see are negative, nasty, narcissistic, terrible things about ourselves, what does that say about the God that we love? If we don't have anything in our hearts to give other people because we have no love within ourselves, then what message are we holding? If our dimmer switch is what we're walking in, nobody will see the light. And so we see in these verses, it tells us not to have anything to do with these people. And you know what? More people are dying from taking selfies than they are from getting struck by lightning. And so when we look at the place and the value of life, we see that when abortion is acceptable just because somebody doesn't want a child, we see that we're desecrating ourselves all for self and selfish ways. But it's very challenging to be self-loving and selfish at the same time, because the two are polar opposites. And when